Gyrocopter.
We do see teams sometimes put gyro mid, so it's not
Set in
not
stone.
100%. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
The Storm got banned out by TNC, so they're worried about that.
5
They are
seconds
maybe even worried
remaining.
about their own lack of lockdown because they don't have that much.
Radiant team pick.
Neither team have too much at the
TNC's
moment.
turn to pick.
Invoker.
Ooh.
And there's an Invoker. They got beaten by it in the previous series.
This is not a very good Invoker game. Like, who's setting up the Invoker Sunstrikes for you?
Avalanche, Clockwork, I don't know. Something like
10
that.
seconds remaining.
I mean, those
Marc?
technically can do it, but compared to the game where Abed had,
5
right? He
seconds
had,
Yeah.
remaining.
he had Beastmaster, Roar,
Yeah,
that's the big
Clockwork.
one, and Clockwork as a secondary option.
There's a Clockwork this game.
And the Mirana will be the
choose
last
your
from
hero.
TNC. I'm still interested in how that Lycan fits into that draft. How does the Lycan fit in? I see a question mark
It's
for your
a
face.
it's a tower hitter. Good way to, I guess, split the map. It's a fair amount of team fight on the side of Mineski right now. Lycan can be used in conjunction with Undying to pressure towers. I don't know, it is weird though, because we don't see it very often.
Yeah. They know something that we don't, maybe. Who do you go for,
They
Charlie?
probably know a lot of things that we don't.
This is true. This is true. Who do you
Um,
reckon is going to take this second game?
I'm gonna go with Mineski. Just because I think Silencer does a lot here. Just in terms of halting initiation. I'm unsure of how this Lycan plays out. So.
Okay. Lumi?
Gonna go with TNC. I think it's gonna be a 2-0. This Mirana is gonna get a very good lane against Invoker, and they have 3 BKB buying cores, which I think Silencer is gonna have trouble dealing with.
All right, let's find out which one of my analysts is right. Over to ODPixel and Fausto.
Thank you very much, GVS. Now ready for
Prepare
game
for
2
battle.
between TNC and Mineski. And the drafts are in split on the panel. Well, what do we reckon? I mean, yep, there's a Lycan, but I'm looking over the side of Mineski, and I feel like there are a few heroes that, once that BKB's there, he's going to run at. They ain't going to have much armor, and they're going to die.
That's exactly what I was thinking,
Yeah.
Owen. I think that's why they picked the Lycan.
Yeah.
You see Gyrocopter, you can just close the gap on him very easily with Shapeshift, and yeah,
And
that's
Tiny,
exactly where Gyrocopter is.
Silencer. These guys don't do armor.
Tiny gets armor now, dude. Grow.
Oh, they changed it. Okay.
Grow gives
Oh,
armor.
how much do you get now?
You get 5, 10, 15 from each level.
Ah, that's a little bit. That's a little bit. Still not amazing, but it's
Yeah, lots of ways to close the gap, though, from TNC. The Tusk, the Lycan, pretty good. Versus the Invoker. I think they're going to put a
30
lot of pressure
seconds
onto
to
Moon
battle.
here, so I don't think we'll see the same kind of impact like Abed when he went out of control, when he had those multiple Sunstrike setups, because he only has the Clockwork, as the panel mentioned. Gyro Rocket, not really, not really a great setup, neither is Tiny from the Avalanche, since there are very low duration stuns to higher levels, especially from the Rocket. Rocket's not... Maybe they could make it work, though. Homing Missile is 2.25, 2.5 until up to 3.
The battle begins.
We will see, though. I do like what TNC's got going here, especially with the way they played last time with the Bat Rider. I think this is actually, in my opinion, Sam H's best hero. I really like his Bat Rider plays. And they've got a vision aspect with the Wolves. I think they should be able to do a lot of scouting and try to catch out people with that lasso, at least in the mid game, to catch them outside of the base.
So how's this mid lane going to go, do you reckon? We've seen an Invoker before today. Abed gave us quite the showing. Moon gets the pressure of Kuku, and well, 1437, he's up and down in between the lanes.
He's got
Then
he's
there's
got an
1v1.
okay lane versus
Yeah.
the Mirana, but we're gonna see the Mirana get lots of help, I'm pretty sure, from either Tim's or 1437. Top lane though, Raven is going to get absolutely shut down versus this Tiny. But we've seen this in the past from at least Liquid. They tend to just leave, at least it's always been like Matu alone in that safe lane when he's the Lycan, and he just tries to catch up and they punish the 2 side lanes. So I think that's what they're trying to go for here. We will see though. Because there's not a whole lot of team fight from either side. I guess on Mineski's side, once they have the Invoker with Agonist, they can go for more fighting, but early on, it's just going to be the other 4 heroes kind of running around. I just keep hearing Undying taunts.
Oh, he's loving it, 14-37. Spamming it like a madman. I could throw 2 off guard down this bottom lane. And they're going exactly as you're saying. Oh, shards. In for Moon. Oh, okay. He does arrow the Forge Pro. He farms the Forge Pro.
It gives a good amount when you kill it.
Under attack.
But yeah, if that arrow connects on the Invoker, he is dead.
I mean, the arrow's really bad though, close range, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only 50, but I mean, that's pretty much...
Yes, yeah, you're right.
70
Yeah,
or
the
something.
extra bit of damage is what
They get the extra hit as well. Top though. Raven gets caught in the taunts. Got battery assault as well.
Oh, he is gone.
He is
Surely.
very dead. One more hit. Tree throw.
Hey!
Bonk.
Bullseye from Ice.
From a stone.
Yeah, Raven, I mean, as you say, he's getting no help at all. He's been heavily sacked. Is that really the way that TNC should play this?
I think they should send somebody up there. I think Sam H is already going to have a fine time in bottom, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't want to help out Raven. I mean, we've seen what Ice can do on this Tiny. He's already 12-6, leading the last hits.
Yeah, if I was TNC, I'd be really worried about that top lane.
Yeah.
You do not want Ice to have the dream start.
Mid, though, with the help from the Tusk, you see Kuku pulling heavily far ahead of the Invoker, even though Invoker does have a bit of a base damage advantage at the start. He can't really get up to the creep wave because of the fear that has been instilled. But TNC, they decided, it's fine, we're just going to stack the Lycan. We're going to pressure the other 2 lanes more. Tim's now mid, going to close the gap onto Moon.
A little deep, though.
Yeah.
If he's coming in. I'll have to pass away. Leave it alone. But still, Kuku definitely having a vastly favorable time. 18-7 against the 4-for-3.
Mushi is not having a good time bottom either versus this Bat Rider. He is just like spinning around in circles, unable to get up to last hit. Keeps getting too many sticky stacks on him. So that turn rate, a big problem for him. And this is quite a concern for Mineski, at least. They need to just pretty much have to play around Ice, which has been working pretty well.
And this time mid lane, it's a success. Kuku and Tims get back in. They get the big one. They get that kill that they've been after. Yeah, this mid lane,
It's a disaster.
it really is. And we know, I mean, we know Invokers can make a comeback, but this is a very, very, very one-sided way to start the lane between these 2.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to just resort to the jungle pretty soon, and that's when they can start pressuring tower. So TNC, they are winning 2 lanes, and he's looking up the bottom now.
He just further kills.
Okay.
6 stacks on that Gyro. 6 stacks.
He's got 9 last hits, only 2. He is really getting punished by this bat with the turn rate.
I mean, Ice is gonna have to brace his back for this one.
Yep.
It's all about it. Ice and time. He's got to carry this. He really has, because the other 2 at the moment, they are struggling.
And mid again, they're looking to dive. Get 1437's position with the Soul Rip, with the K. Moon's backing up. He's like, all right, I have to block my wave to try to get this in a better position, but they've got that high ground vision of him. And Kuku is trying to keep the lane on his hill. He's trying to spam deny, but Moon will get a bit here. Rotation and Raven top. The tree toss.
They should still have this to do their do with the Avalanche. Another kill for Ice. He is reaching the network. Bottom lane, they're having a look at 1437. They should get this with a homing missile coming through. He's going to dig down low. Can he get out? Soul Rip clap. It's enough. He's out of there. TP in as Sam H was getting a bit aggressive onto Mushi. It looks like the bat backs off. 1437 actually surviving, and so will Sam H at top. Sorry, mid lane. Moon gets the kill. Kuku was going in deep with Tims for the Invoker. I'd say it's worth it. You killed the Invoker again. Kuku survives. It's only a support down. So more pressure on that Invoker. Just a little bit of a bonus that he did manage to take a support with him.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
still not great.
that kill lets him have higher net worth than Raven. And Raven is level 3 on this Lycan to a level 6 Tiny. So Tiny now, 140 base damage, plus a tree. Raven's really in trouble.
Again,
Fine move.
they do it. Sam H and 1437 really shutting down this Gyro. Mid lane again. Moon getting jumped on. Another kill on the Invoker.
So we were talking about he's not going to have the same type of game as Abed did. There's a lot of pressure on him from this lane.
This is one of those games where just each lane is just so clearly going one way. No, mid lane, it's absolutely TNC's lane. Bottom lane, absolutely TNC's lane. Top lane, absolutely well, not necessarily. I'd say Ice's lane. He's doing this on his own.
Yep. No, he got help.
He got a little.
Clockwork went up there twice.
Sure.
But yeah, it's mostly been nice, and he's gonna have to really put the team on his back for this one. He's gonna be going for early game items, going for the drum, as he did the last time.
And look at this ref around mid again. They're setting up for another bit of a play. Jack comes forward, and he quickly goes down. Kuku now dominating. Moose trapped up. They can get this thing. Might be able to. Ooh, he's gone. Double kill for Kuku. And how many times did that Invoker die now?
It's 4.
4 times in 7 minutes.
Radiant's middle
Mid lane, an absolute disaster.
And they're even taking the tower, so then they're gonna be able to put aggressive. They actually already have the aggressive
Down bottom, Mushi. The homie missed out. They do have a very nice turn strike to turn things around. They will get Sam H.
They need those kills though. So they take mid tower, but Ice top also takes the safe lane tower. All right. We got an interesting one on our hands, Owen.
What's the build for Ice this game?
He's just doing the drums. I think last time we saw him do Tread's drum, and then I think he went into S and Y AC. I don't know if he actually got the S. But I think he did. Whatever. So TNC, they're going to keep this aggression up, and they're going to keep eyes on Moon. Don't let him jungle.
Scanning.
They throw the scan out.
He has walked into this one.
Yeah, they can just snowball anybody. He will now. Kuku coming in.
Oh, and actually with a setup. They could have try and turn strike coming through. Not enough to bring down Tim's. Tim's is fine. Kuku jumps in.
Ice rotating in though.
Oh, he's going to be able to pick up Tim's for sure. Comes in with the avalanche. Tim's trying to run. The range of that tree. Just wipes him down from afar.
The biggest concern for me is Mushi. He's going first. So look, he'll have to 1437. Able to find it.
Yeah, with the cooldown and the homing miss on Mushi. He's got it. Arrow comes in for Kuku. Coming in with the wraparound. Has he got enough damage to take the return kill? It's going to be close damage there as well. Mushi will go down. Kuku's still alive. He's got another leap, getting himself away from the clockwork. Samage trying to play around with Ninja Boogie's trying for the TP out, but the TP is successful. Ninja Boogie escapes. Mushi getting that kill, but again, Kuku gets involved, killing the carry, keeps himself alive. As Marana sailing ahead this game.
Mushi has 21 last hits on Gyrocopter. It's 9 minutes in. That's your safe lane gyro. So yeah, it's really a lot on Ice to just pull it together for his team, as we were mentioning. It's a problem.
They get a good arrow. Detection. Ghost Walk will stay.
1437 might get caught out here by jabs with the Sunstrike if he's able to close the gap, and he's not.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
two lanes.
is under attack.
Pretty heavily won, I guess you could say, for TNC, leading the net worth in one lane. Very heavily, extremely heavily lost versus that Tiny. But Daryl, or Ice really gonna have to get looking for those kills onto either the Marana or the Bat Rider to just help Mushi out, because Mushi's really struggling. He doesn't have the flat cannon either. He's gone for the fighting build. So he doesn't have that recovery method.
Yeah, that could come back to hurt actually.
Yeah.
Does need to catch up somehow.
So you see Ice he switched the build. He had S and Y queued up, but now he has changed into Shadow Blade. So you can tell that's the I need to bail my team out build. I need to go for ganks.
He's already moved down here to join with Mushi. Self close. Arms up a hefty stack. Here's Mushi. An extra level as well now, level 7. 3 and 3. Does have a lot of fighting potential, Mushi.
Top of 10
Here we go. Trying to get himself out. The cooldown will be there. They've got the Moonlight Shadow. Do they have detection? I don't think they do. And either way, it's a little too deep for Mineski to dive. So Samage will be fine. Does now have the drums complete, so that sort of play will get harder and harder with the movement speed this battle has.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower
Getting towers
under
is a good
attack.
way to try to bring Mushi back.
Dire's
So Ice
structures
has
are fortified.
been moving to those and switched the build-up
Radiant's
again.
top tower
So
is
instead
under
of going for
attack.
Shadow Blade, has switched to SNY, maybe thinking that he needs to be the carry. The house shut down, the Invoker and Gyrocopter both for the R. As Moon started to recover, he's still level 7 on Invoker. Now the collapse from
Dire's
TNC.
bottom tower
Coming in for the
is
start.
under attack.
Kuku, he's got eyes on the stars from Ninja Boogie falling low.
Oh, that flame break
Shot, knocking him in.
That pushed him back into the shot. That was perfect.
I mean, Sam H, you said it at the start. This
Dire's
man's
middle
Batrider.
tower is under attack.
That was sick.
Very, very strong.
Look at that.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Killing out the highest net worth hero. And during all this, since they're four-manning, they're forcing aggression to happen, and they're
Radiant's
allowing Raven to
bottom
kind of
tower
catch
is
back
under
up, because
attack.
he's just been silently farming in the jungle for quite a while. Going for that Necro book, which is really devastating versus Tiny and Gyrocopter, because Tiny can't really control whether he's going to kill those books. And same thing with Gyro, you have all that AoE damage coming out.
Radiant's bottom
And with
tower
book,
is under
with
attack.
Shapeshift, closing the gap onto Gyro, they're pretty easy kills once Raven's got that.
Easy tier 1 tower down here for TNC.
Regeneration.
There's no interest in Mineski coming in for defense.
Radiant's bottom tower
Dire.
is falling.
Nice, nice, nice. How's he doing on that Shadow Blade, is he?
He switched back to the
Oh,
S and Y. He's been switching back and forth.
Okay.
So at least they're, right now, Mushi's getting a little bit of time to recover up top. We'll be able to farm this. Has to be careful.
Bought him. Easy goner. It's a scary game for the supports of TNC. There's a lot of combo potential that they're out warding. Jabugi just getting a lane to himself to global silence online. For this team fight, Swiss team. Yeah, we know it's a very good response to the Batrider.
Kuku's looking to try to go for some solo kills here. Arrow just off the mark.
Right click build, of course, for Kuku. We have seen a few Miranas for the magical. For the Maelstrom next.
Radiant's
Right,
top
good,
tower
good.
is under
Oh,
attack.
look at that range. Easy tower. Sitting outside of it with that Dragon Lance. And he's just going to take this kill on tower at the moment. There's no one heading over there. Mid lane, the rest of the team is never going to fight. Straight on to Mushi. Up top comes, ooh, nice deafening blast. That turnaround play from Moon into the cooldown. Consider big things from Mineski. Damage gets himself onto the side. They have the sentry down. They don't have enough damage to bring him though. So they'll lose the clock. Only the tusk goes down there. That looked like it could have been a hefty turnaround indeed with that deafening blast play.
That was really nice by Moon and by Jabs getting the hook in on top of that deafening blast with the meteor.
I said that, but he didn't cogs, did he? And the deafening blast pushed them out of the cogs, did he? Because then it might not have been as ideal. Because then they're able to walk out of the cooldown. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to see that.
It did.
It all happened at the same time.
Everything kind of connected.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they didn't,
Okay.
you know, the Moonlight Shadow as well as just how much tankier they really are at the moment was enough for them to just survive all that burst. And biggest thing is that Mushi lived, right?
Yeah, sure. They get the jar out. 1 for 1. Kuku there with that completed Maelstrom. 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's enormous. And the Lycan Raven, who's just been...
He has recovered.
He is
very
farming
impressive.
the jungle, yeah. He's got book 2 finished up in a second.
And a lot quicker than Mushi's Jara's.
Radiant are
Yeah.
scanning.
Mushi's getting it. Mushi's just trying to get involved in kills.
Oh, here we go. They do get the toss back. Lead still there for Kuku. Get him out of the stun strike. It's not connect, so does the tree. Kuku will survive. A little too slippery for Mineski to keep control of.
They spotted Raven with the ward that they have on the bottom side. They know he's farming this camp here.
Oh, this is... Surely they're going to come and find him. Yeah, the pings come out. Raven. Can he
Yeah,
play his way out of
yeah.
this one? Trying to duke it down the tree lines. Oh, they've spotted him. He goes for the ultimate. He's going to get it out. And with that, he should be able to run away. There's no hook shot. And Raven, he's going to be fine.
Walks the scout for Jabs really quickly.
Yeah, very nicely done by Raven.
Yeah, scurries away. Book 2 finished for him now. Sam H will have that Blink Dagger finished up on that now.
And with that, certainly look to punish this underfarmed gyrocopter and Boca. Down about that.
So Moon does have the Midas finished up, level 11, slowly but surely killing his way back into the game. Still quite a ways away though from being a relevant force. Gonna try to take this mid tier 1. Hitting it with the trade toss.
And they go for the punch. Into the snowball, straight in onto Ninja Boogie. Sunstrike will not connect. 1437 already out with the flesh column. They've got the clap, bringing this Tiny down low. Ice. He's gonna drop. So's Ninja Boogie. Godlike for Kuku. And Sam H running for more. Oh, and he's found a big one. He's got the grab. Do they have any follow-up? The arrow, oh no, slightly off the mark. It may not matter the leap. The first one is not going to work. Kuku cannot get himself up to the high ground. Sentry's down. They've got eyes on Moon. And they continue to chase. Sam H trying his best. This was a lot of sticky napalm building up. He does have 17 one charges. He will pop him up.
Oh, the blink dodge.
Oh, dodging the tornado there. Sam H, and he gets the kill. Ninja Boogie comes in, but he's not going to have enough damage. Sam H Batrider doing it in style there. Very, very flashy.
Kuku's what?
Radiant's
Godlike?
middle tower
he's
is
got like
under
9,
attack.
0, and 2.
And what does he get us to Masha? Does he just get a BKB now at this stage? I mean, that would make him pretty invincible.
On Kuku?
On the Mirana, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, he's got options really.
Yeah.
He's so overfarmed. If he wants to go for survivability, I think that's the safest route. But TNC is a pretty blood-hungry, bloodthirsty team.
Looks like he's just going to finish off the Hurricane Pike. Good as well, of course.
Yeah.
There is still the deep clockwork in the game. Sure, he's got the leap, but sometimes nice to protect those charges if necessary.
Be nice. Raven has finished up the book 3 now.
Yeah, they got a lot of push.
How's Mushi doing? Dragonlance finished, going for the BKB next so he can actually get involved more in the fights. And he's ahead of his Invoker in farm, but he's still behind the Batrider. Still struggling with it.
Incoming!
Fausto still up there at the top.
Lasso is ready. They're going to smoke up on TNC and look for another play. For Ice. They have a wolf sitting on him as well. He reveals himself top 2. They're looking for this play here.
Dyer's
There's a
top
ward
tower
placed though.
is under attack.
The Moonlight Shadow comes out. They will see the Batrider now from the Firefly.
They're chasing.
They still have the wolf on top of Ice.
Oh yeah, this wolf scouting should set up an easy lasso. In comes Sam H, gets the lasso off. Down to TP's out, he'll make it away. Ice will not be as fortunate as they bring down the Tiny, and by all means that is the big kill for TNC.
Yep.
Ice. Literally the rock that Mineski are relying on.
Keep hearing this taunt.
He's prepped that so many times. He's lovely. And understandably so, it's looking pretty good for TNC there. One game up here in this best of 3.
And they make their way into the rush pit. And there's no way that Mineski can contest how far they really are, especially if it's so fast. We'll back to it. This like in having the book 3 finished. That's for sure. They can't take head-on engagements versus TNC, especially until they have the Aghanim's finished on Moon. Still 1,500 gold away from it now. It's a really tough game to play, both the Invoker and the Gyrocopter. There's so many different ways to collapse on top of them, from that Tusk, from that Lycan, from that Mirana and Bat.
Yeah, we've really seen the Tusk as a whole being very strong in this game.
Not buffed, man. And yeah, I mean, yesterday Jules was playing it incredibly well. Level 14 already on Tim's. He is tied with all the cores in the game as a support Tusk. And he's got mech finished up as well. He contributes a lot into those team fights. Up lane.
Now I just got to be careful. He is surrounded by 3.
Sice has Aspen Y and played now. Significant tempting, but Sam H knows he's up here. He keeps pinging him out non-stop. TNC will look to take an engagement up top versus Mineski. They should be able to outnumber them too. They know the Invoker's mid lane. They see him with the
Dire's top tower is under attack.
1437 ping it out. Moonlight Shadow.
Dire's structures
They're looking
are
for a fight here.
fortified.
Mineski has to be very careful. Sam H is in the back
Oh,
line.
here we go. He's looking for the last though. He's grabbed Mushi. Global Silence does instantly come out, but the arrow's already out onto the clockwork. Pulled out from Mushi as he's looking to just run the heck out of there. But the chase potential there from TNC. Kuku looking towards this Gyro. Mushi's down. Double kill for Raven. They'll turn towards Ice as well. And they'll be able to get themselves a third. Mineski's push put to an end. Triple kill for Raven.
Radiant's bottom
Fantastic
tower
usage
is
of
under
Moonlight
attack.
Shadow. Setting up the attack. As I said, that was an instant reaction with the global silence from Ninja Boogie, but it didn't matter. TNC at this point, they're more than happy to just run at you and punch you down.
Sam H's positioning there was absolutely perfect too. Just sitting in the tree lines in the back, waiting for them to push too far up. Now, level 16, Hurricane Pike finished.
Radiant's
Incredibly
top tower is under attack.
And Raven
Radiant
now has made it to the top
structures are
two.
fortified.
They've killed Ice enough to push him down. But Moon does now have the Aghanims finished up on that Invoker, so he can actually start getting involved in the fights with his team. And I believe that Mushi is about to have BKB as well, so he won't be as susceptible to dying. But he still can get run down very easily by the Lycan, as we were mentioning
And
earlier.
can get caught out by that instant last time.
Yeah.
The arrow.
Overall,
Very
TNC's
scary.
been playing really well around their vision too. You see these deep aggressive wards placed again. As soon as they start pressuring toward top, they put a ward behind the tower. They put one in front of the tower too. They are looking to go for grabs around that.
Shadows take us.
Once again, using the moonlight to try and invade the jungle of Mineski. Just gotta jump Sam H. He's getting eyes on him. He's gonna lead off with the lasso. Oh!
A small distance blink dagger.
I was gonna
Doesn't break
say.
the lasso. But everybody's around there.
And yes, he could be in a little trouble. Still there's no hook shot from jab. But Sam H went for that, but he didn't actually... There wasn't really backup behind him.
No, it's just him.
It was literally just him and Tim. I mean, if they get out alive, sure, it's fine. But I don't think Tim's is. He gets shot back into the cogs. I mean, they're buying time. I guess they're creating space for the other lanes where TNC are pushing them in. I guess this was the plan all along. Make a play, draw the attention of 5 members of Mineski, shove the other lanes in. Bit of a weird one, but I guess it works out.
He didn't see everybody though, right? He only saw like 1 or 2 heroes.
Sure, but even if it was just the Invoker, I mean, I guess if it was just like the Invoker, him and the Tusk could probably have killed it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it
It's still
it
up.
seemed like it was more like a space play, because they only had that 1 hero
Must
back
have
up.
been.
Mushi, BKB finished. Can actually get involved more in fights. Moon has to be careful. He is quite sandwiched here between these wards.
Yes, they can. Arrow connects, kind of trying to burst in. Oh, it's got to be close enough. The Ghost Walk. Do they have the detection? They do. Sentry's down. Kuku gets the kill.
Very, like I was saying, very nice warding coming out from 1437 this game. Spotting out all the rotations before they even happened. Aegis gets reclaimed, but I think they did a pretty good amount of damage with that Aegis.
Radiant's
BKB
middle
finished.
tower.
And he's shape-shifting down. They're looking for Ice. But that status resistance, of course, making Lasso break extremely early. The shape-shift closing the gap.
Right back. The charge again, beautifully on point from Tim's. They trap the Tiny. Ice is gone. Perfect usage again. The amount of times we've seen this Bat Rider and Tusk trap heroes.
Yeah.
It's we're losing count.
Now they can transition this into a push. More deep aggressive wards. Tim's this time putting it behind the tower.
Yep.
They will see if Mineski tries to set up to defend that one.
Very spooky from Mineski. 8k behind TNC.
Very hard to play Silencer in this type of game because when you're just getting ran at, you don't have able to really use your global on an effective purpose. So in the past, we've seen Ninja Boogie have incredibly good Silencer games, but yeah, when you're on the defense, it just makes it really hard. You never can really use global because using global in a defensive manner is very different because that means somebody's probably already been grabbed out by that Bat Rider. Tough game all around for me. 9k gold lead now for TNC and 15,000 experience lead as well. Kuku has been playing this flawlessly.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Top tower has fallen.
Wow, bottled up for Kuku.
I think Gem is probably the next thing that TNC can buy to just really close the gap on this game. Take out the rest of the wards and then just go for those big pickoffs, even though they're already at an incredibly good pace of the game. Just make it a little bit easier for them. While on Mineski's side, it's just very hard for them. Like no amount of items really. I mean, of course they have like crazy amounts, but no like one individual item could really make them win these next upcoming engagements. They just have to pretty much outnumber TNC or catch them out with vision. But very hard versus this Lycan who's been scouting so much with wolves. But this is a good way to do it. Smoke up, try to get a ward down and play around that vision. Try to get a big catch out. They see Kuku in the mid lane. TNC is playing under vision though, so maybe they can go for a play on that. Smoke comes out. It is spotted. Mineski claiming the high ground. And they get a big play here from this.
Radiant are scanning.
We might as well be the sentry prepped up. Gonna wait for it. 3-7. He's gonna drop the tombstone. Global silence comes out. I think they'll still be happy to fight after it, TNC, as they look at Mineski. I think the best way is to approach this, and already with Moon getting taken down on the side. Look at this damage from Raven as he just ripped through Mushi. The BKB not helping that Gyro at all. Triple kill again for Raven, and it's not done yet. They've got their eyes on Ice. They just could not deal with the Lycan. The Lycan pick. It's just so damn strong. And this is a Lycan pick that got absolutely destroyed in the lane. Raven was behind, but he made an incredible recovery. And we're just at this portion of the game where just this physical damage output that Raven offers just destroys the majority of Mineski's lineup. There's no way they can stop this wolf.
They tried to take a teamfight advantage on like the high ground there, but then they get pushed to the right, trying to make sure that Mushi doesn't get caught out. But yeah, this Lycan has become an absolute monster. Winning these two lanes from TNC is just proving to be too much for Mineski to really handle. 1-7 on Invoker, 4-6 on Tiny, and 3-5 on Mushi. The core is Mineski so heavily shut down.
Radiant's middle tower.
To slow it down with the Tornado EMP, but Raven's just back in with the wolves. But they will respect this.
Bro should be spawning soon. They don't want to get wiped before. They don't want any type of fight to happen before that one. Just being as safe as possible, since this is they win this game. And they've got just one more before they make it to the major. Mid lane. Ice.
Make it to the major? What?
One more series.
Oh, I thought you meant one more game.
Oh, no.
I'm so confused.
I meant one more series.
Almost there.
My bad.
Fantastic. Waiting up against the winner of this one.
Yep.
Got it.
Yes, looking on form today. I just feel like this is already different from what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not messing up this time. There's no mistakes being made by TNC.
Sam H. Bat Rider makes it a lot easier. They're playing with some of their very signature heroes. 30-minute mark.
Then.
Nice down.
Oh!
They lassoed the siege creep.
Dude, the double siege creeps, man, sometimes.
Sometimes. As soon as we talk about Sam having an amazing game and how they don't make any mistakes, lo and behold, the siege creep is lassoed. Oh, okay. Not great.
Mineski now trying to take advantage a bit with this, pushing up as a unit, smoked up behind Moon this time around.
Prize is mine.
looking to play around their one ward that they do have on the map. They saw the Undying backing up. Look at TNC's positioning.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They know this is happening.
37.
Take the
Radiant's
game.
top tower is under attack.
Yes, he did not look like he knew what was happening.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Nice, Stam 8.
Top tower
He's
is
trying to
under
lead in, but they have the sentry into the dust. They've got the eyes on him. Stam 8. He's got to get out of there. Tornado will miss, but the avalanche comes through.
He's dead.
Oh, what is
top
going
tower
on?
is under attack.
TNC.
They looked like they knew too, because if you looked at the Tusk and the Bat Rider initially, they were hiding so far in the tree lines, but playing up into those sentry wards.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, this time the Shard's not going to block him. They're going with the snowball, but the BKBs come out from Moosey. Raven actually blocked off. Can't commit for the kill. Ice gets away.
Roche is up. This could be the big one.
Coin for me.
Mineski will want to contest this. They did not want to let TNC have this. With the two-man avalanche straight onto Tims. He's falling low, will be healed up by the Solar from 1437. It's not going to be enough though. Tims taken down by the tornado. Mushi now turns his attention towards the Undying. Oh, I said, what? Tims escaped? How is the tornado not enough? He lives, but the rest of his team, they're not doing too hot themselves. Two guys will run out of there. They did kill Mushi. There's the deafening blast again. Tims.
It's Raven.
Surely Tims dies this time. There we go. Tims finally drops. Raven has to do a big old cleanup.
Book on cooldown
I'll get the vision onto Ice.
for the Roche. They've got book for this one too. Aegis and Cheese on this. Couple of mistakes though from TNC adding up. Mineski making some very heads-up movements.
A bit of a good turnaround there. Not what TNC were hoping to see up.
We were just talking about how crisp they've been playing and a couple of mistakes.
Casting curse is real.
Waiting for the rest of their heroes to spawn up so they can go through that road.
Easy shot.
Boker does take his first talent. And the second one right afterwards. One, 4, 3, 7 draws all around that Roche area. It's ready for them to take a fight there when Tims does respawn.
So they have to, they can't afford to be caught out by Mineski like they just were. Have a fight like that, Mineski holding on, climbing themselves back into the game that they were very far behind it.
Yeah, they're smoked up. They're looking for another fight too. Trying to take the fight before that Roche.
Radiant are scanning.
They are sticking all together though this time. Do they have a smoke? They don't, but they have the gem on Sam H, and they're positioned in a very good spot to take a fight here. 1437 on the low ground, at the ready. Kuku. Sam H, just non-stop pings come out from Mineski as soon as they see the Firefly used.
Shadows take us.
The pit. Oh, he does. The silence comes out. They're trying to do their best to save Mushi. Mushi, he will be fine. What's the BKB? Snowball does forward. Oh, Raven, he's fighting through these two. He's brought down. Both Ice dies. Oh, all four of them. Oh, it's just slaughter. Mineski get team wipe. Raven, just too damn big there. I think the cogs sort of working against it there as it sort of trapped the wolf in with two of Mineski's own. And Raven is just tearing them apart.
Silence comes out, and then the two cores just pop BKB, and they can still just go to work. They shred Mineski, and there's also guarding Greaves on top of Tims too, so he's able to get his spells off even though that global gets used. He just pops it, removes it.
The buybacks have to come through. It's Mineski's potential last stand here as they hold on to the dreams of qualifying for the major.
Everyone has to buy back.
Might be able to protect the two on silence during clock.
Lasso's up in 2 seconds. He's going to go for another grab.
He wants to jump immediately. There he goes. He's grabbed Mushki. Tornado comes out, but it's not going to connect. Mushki's surrounding. Mushki, he's down. And Raven, he's ready for more. The shards blocking Moon momentarily. They've got the dust vision on him. He'll yours himself up, but Mushki's down for good. All Moon does get the blink off. Invoker will live for now, but the tier 3s are down. TNC onto the barracks. Can Ice stop this? He moves in with the toss back onto Kuku, but he's out of mana. The Necrofoot starting to beat down onto him. Ice is down. Moon trying to stop them with the combo, but it's not enough. Kuku gets the triple kill. The game is over. GG is called. Mineski are out of the running for the DreamHack Major.
Oh, and it almost ends 14-37 again. Last game was 14-37. This game 14-36.
The Illuminati.
TNC with 1437 on their team. This is good.